the question of the day.
Really? You haven't been able to find it at all?
Okay. So
That's what we're looking for.
no, this is hers. And she has a plaque, and it's marked 54. She's 54, right? 54. She's 54. Okay. So.
Oh my God, it's really low.
Wow.
Gotta go around the other way.
No, we're gonna get it from that side.
Oh, okay.
Found this. She was born in Wilmington, Delaware, but grew up in New Jersey. Graduated at the top of her class in New Jersey and went on to Howard University, right in Washington, D.C. Oh, we have HU over here, yes. Spelman, HBCUs, represent. So she was originally a part of, if we don't know the background story of Alpha Kappa Alpha, which is the oldest black sorority. And in 1913, 22 women made a choice to found a different organization that was more focused on social action as well. And so January 13th, 1913, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated was founded. It's now the largest black sorority. Last year celebrated a centennial, so 101, and I'll say we're 101. This is one of my founders here. Miss Ethel Black was a lifelong educator. She taught at PS 108 in South Ozone Park, began her career there and retired there. She's also one of the charter members of the Queens Alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. And so as we can see how large this cemetery is, we have our side on Brooklyn and the other half is on the Queens side. She and her husband, who she is married next to, lived in Jamaica, Queens, and this is her resting site. And I know as we were driving in, we were looking at several of the markers. Why the discussion started in the back? Why do we see stones on some? Why are some higher than others? But I think no matter where we are, we pay tribute to our ancestors. And especially as a part of our tradition, our ancestors remain with us. I know someone else had mentioned, like, oh, I don't know why we bury folks anyway, or they're not there. Sometimes we put folks in the ground and we never come back, but we pay homage and tribute to them in other ways. And so one of the things that a tradition we try and keep at Macon Library, particularly when we're doing community celebrations, is to pour a libation. And I would like for us to continue that tradition, and at each site that we're able to find, pour a libation. Libation is an open air prayer, and we have water, which we have our water here. Living things need water to flourish and to grow. And so when we pour water, we return it back to the earth, which our physical bodies return to. And then we say Ashe, and Ashe means and so it is. It's the same as saying Amen, or Amin, right? Or word. One of the last times I said that, one of the kids said, Miss T. Nobody says word. So the new things that the teens say, if you hear facts or factual, pour and say Ashe for Ethel Cuff Black, but also for her husband, who she's buried next to, Mr. G. Horton. We say Ashe. And for the other 21 founders of Delta Sigma Theta, we say Ashe. The first public acts was the suffrage march in March 1913. Ida B. Wells was right at the forefront as well, and women of color, black women, weren't welcomed into the delegations at all. In fact, they were told to march behind. And so women in general were being spat at into the women of color during that march. And they were young girls at this time, young women, 19, 20. Some were 16 and 17 and still had the courage to say, we're going to stand
Right.
and fight for some rights.
Right.
So we say ashe to all of those women.
Ashe.
And if there are any other educator names, as we said, Ethel Black was a lifelong educator. Feel free to call any of those names out. Like one of my favorites is September Clark, who ran our Highlander schools that taught Rosa Parks. Ashe. Ashe.
Harriet Tubman.
Ashe.
Mary with Mary Copperdoodle.
Ashe. And for all those educators' names who are unspoken, oh yes.
Ashe.
Still with us, but we can still call upon the names. We want to keep that energy here. So for virtue of knowledge, we say ashe, and all those names unspoken, ashe.
So I'm glad that you brought her up.
Oh yeah,
She was outraged enough to go and see Susan B and say, I will have my own march with my own sisters if you don't figure this out. So,
Absolutely.
And she
love
called
that spirit
the men
always.
folk out on it too.
On it too, that's
She
right.
wasn't, much as we love Booker T and Du Bois, she wasn't afraid to say.
Spoke on them also.
That's right.
I'm going to need you all to talk a little bit more about anti-lynching.
There you go. There you go.
I helped to start it.
There you go. All right.